How to write the right content and grow organically. Is this right? I hope it's working. Yes, it's working. The script is working, guys. So I just set a marker on my script and so guys, please get something to drink and then I can introduce you to one of my favorite beings on social media. So this is the master of marketing. He's the manifestation of marketing. When I think about marketing, I think about this guy, and he has all the traits I want to have somebody who works in this kind of field. And let me introduce you to Arjun. And this is the guy, but you can't hear him right now. And let me activate him. So, Arjun, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
Nice. Let me increase the volume. Okay, and I need to ask the chat if they can hear you. Good. Okay, I need to. I think your head is cut off on my screen. I need to.
Let me adjust.
Nice. Okay, okay. You did a good job already. So, guys, this is Arjun's world, and what I can say for now is that he's just the manifestation of marketing for me. I don't know how it's for other people, but when I got in touch with him, he's like marketing. Okay, so I think it's better if you could introduce yourself in a bit, Arjun, so I don't need to say more about you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the short introduction, long like short. I like it. Um, yeah. So I'm Arjunsworld on Instagram. For those of you guys who do follow me, I know there's some guys that are in the Discord channel that are online right now. So I have a tech content page, mainly about my desk setup and things that I like to talk about. But in terms of like professional career and what I'm into, it's marketing. So I've spent the past 10 years marketing, working on brand partnerships, building brand partnerships. I've worked with some awesome organizations from like Samsung to Apple to Dell. You name it. From a tech perspective, I've probably worked with them from a professional perspective. And then now what I've been doing is going into content creation and trying to build my own partnerships to try and get products to create content for. And I think a lot of Instagrammers do that or try and build those partnerships, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now.
Nice. That sounds really good. And here's a short recap of the story how I got in touch with Arjun. To be honest, I don't know for sure anymore. I just know that I saw him somewhere on Instagram, and then we texted somehow, and I don't know, because this is what marketing is about, right? When I met him the first time, his first impression already convinced me to keep talking with him, because one of the things Arjun has, or the personality traits which he comes with, is that he doesn't just talk about himself. And this is what I think is super important, also on social media and marketing itself, that you have to talk about the other person actually. But so this is my first the thing I remember about Arjun, and to give anybody who's new today or who doesn't know what we are going to do, we basically are talking about social media, and to be specific, we are talking about how to post the right content and grow organically on social media. And I think because both of us, we have some Instagram accounts or even other accounts on other social media channels. And I think we have some experience which we can share with other people, so we can help them to grow as well, right? And as you said before, you also had this tech account, and now you did you mention the other one already?
No. So I have Arjunsworld, and then I also have Tech Reels, at Tech Reels. So Tech Reels is a page that I amended or changed or updated to host only reels about technology or memes about technology. So that one's got around 7,000 followers. My kind of personal page or my tech page has got around 2,000 followers. And then I've also got something that that they don't know is a small business that I'm launching, which I'm trying to build a following on that for as well. So quite a few Instagram accounts, and that's where it gets tricky as well, right? When you have more than one Instagram account, your focus changes. And that's something that we'll talk about today as well. Focusing on content creation and the right content creation for your brand or personal brand.
Yes, let me post this in the chat. Can I post your tech reels thing in the chat?
Yeah, go for it.
So it's this one and Arjunsworld. Also, it was pretty interesting because so many people I saw on Instagram, they had those names like something codes or something programmer or something with AI, something like that. And then there was this guy who's also into tech and called himself the World, which reminded me on anime. This is also a reason, so I was biased when I texted you or we got in touch, and it was some of those bias actions, so that I knew or I hoped that you are into anime. So this really fit. And so what we actually can talk about is your on and off relationship with Instagram. I think this is pretty interesting for other people because which also affects your relationship with Instagram per se, right? And I think it would be interesting to start with a question of framing, because so many people they start some Instagram account, or I don't know how many of you in the chat they like to have an Instagram account or a big following or something, but what is important is to have the right framing first. And I think, Arjun, you know what I mean, right? I think we talked
100%.
about this in the beginning as well.
Yeah. And this is something that you helped me with quite a lot because it's easy to take a nice picture and post a nice picture, but if you don't post it the Instagram way, you're not going to get what you want from that post. And I think that's what you taught me very early on, right? And it's true. That's true. You put a little recipe to it, which is a good recipe that you've created or kind of add to or ongoingly create, and it makes a big difference. So framing is a big challenge for me because I always forget about framing because I just get excited and I'm like, oh, I took an awesome picture. Let me just post it. People are going to love it. And then I get like one like. So yeah, framing is very, very important for sure.
Okay, I think I just realized something that you talked about the framing of the picture, right?
Yeah.
Which is totally right, and which actually also would be a really, really good beginning for everybody who wants to start posting on Instagram. So if you want to post, you need to have the right resolution, okay, which is 4:5 instead of 1:1, which is a square or something, or even 16:9, which makes your picture so small. And but the thing is, when I said framing, it wasn't about the framing of the picture, but I was referring to the framing of your own goals and the way you want
to. Okay, yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
The background, the reason exactly. I'm on Instagram. Okay.
Wait, you had a name for that. I think you called it soul searching or something.
Okay,
which I really like.
Yeah, that's correct. It was my kind of personal Instagram soul search. Why? The big question is why, right? Like, why am I doing this? Why am I here? And why do I do it at all? And I think that's what I needed to do. So before I met Long, I've been into social media my whole life. Like, I've created YouTube channels. I've sold YouTube channels. Like, I've done some crazy stuff. But the question always is when you start something new, you have to ask yourself, why are you doing it? And what is the purpose behind that page or that channel or that personal brand. And well, after I spoke to Long, I realized that I didn't have one. I just did it for the sake of doing it. And that's when things started to change, which was quite interesting. But yeah. I mean, how would you put it, Long? Like that's the way I kind of put it. Like you need a purpose, you need a why before you start your Instagram journey.
Exactly. I think I always really love to refer to this kind of situation or context with the word project based. Or in programming, we say you have to learn project based. Or I think that's what sums it up. And it's the same for an Instagram account or even a YouTube account. It doesn't matter what it is. Before you start anything, you need to figure out what do you want to do and why, and then how you do that, right? I think there's something which is called the golden circle or something. The golden circle. I think you have heard about it, right? It somehow starts with why in the center or something, and how in the second circle, and then what in the last one. But so I think when you have a specific reason, it doesn't have to be the best one or something, but something which keeps you going. Like, for example, my my only goal in programming, or the reason why I started to learn programming, was because I wanted to build Jarvis from Iron Man. This was the only reason why I wanted to do that. And now, actually, today, I'm closer to achieving this goal than 5 years ago or whatever. Although I'm not working on such a project, but I worked on some projects which aligned with this kind of goal. And so I did something which helped me to get closer to it. And I think the same can help you on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, it doesn't matter. And this is why I always say you have to frame yourself. And for me, the reason why I started Instagram is still the same like 2 years ago, which basically was that I wanted to help my friends. So I don't know if you already know why I started Instagram. Do you know why I started?
I remember, but let's say it. Let's say here, everyone here, why you started Instagram.
Okay, so I have those friends. I think everybody has those friends, okay? And some people, they struggle with motivation, and they think and believe they need some external motivation to keep doing something which they really like to do. And then I always talk about them, and 3 weeks later they ask me the same questions, and then it happened to one person, to three persons, and then 5 persons. I always said the same to those people because they had the same problem. They are caught in this society and this pressure of the millennials, all this stuff. And then I was like, okay, I'm so sick of writing or saying the same thing over and over again. And the second thing is, I had 2 friends who really wanted to start growing on Instagram. And back then you talked about being an influencer, right? I want to be an influencer, which means you will have 1,000 followers. So those 2 reasons were my trigger why I started Instagram. I wanted to send people texts about specific topics which help them in life. And the next thing is that I wanted to help those people or show those people me, who is currently, back then I was growing my own company, I was working, I did so many things, okay? And I told them, me, the guy who doesn't even know how to create a story on Instagram, who just trolls on Instagram and thinks they're just cat memes and food pictures, I will show you in 8 months I will get 1,000 followers. And then 2 months later, I reach 1,000 followers. Because I did some research and just did what I thought was right for me. So this is my reason. And today, it's still the same. It's just, I think the most funny part about this one is that most of my friends, or those who I actually wrote those posts for, they don't read my posts anymore. but now it's other people. And I think this is the thing. You need this one reason how to do that. And then, based on that, you have to play by the rules of the platform. And I don't know what kind of platform we want to choose now, but I think Instagram would be the best example here now, because we both probably focus on Instagram right now. Um, so let me ask you then, Arjun, um, your on-off relationship, right? So now you're back at it because you had some stuff to celebrate before, and that's why I'm also super excited to see you being back. And now I'm actually very excited to know what kind of strategy you will use now to grow on Instagram, or what kind of struggles you have, which maybe could help other people to understand this insight and adapt accordingly.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, I took a break. I think, the funny thing is like, I wouldn't even call it a break because it's just I'm inconsistent. That's the perfect word right here, right? Because one of the key things to being successful at anything is consistency. And with social media, I'm inconsistent. However, when I do decide to post and I do decide to grow, I'm really good at connecting with people and giving them what they want, and that enables me to grow in spurts. Whereas this time, my on and off relationship with Instagram, particularly, is an interesting one because it's like I don't know. I'm not just for the crowd. I'm not a data engineer. I'm not a data scientist. I've got nothing to do with data other than analyzing data. So with anything, if you don't warm it up, it's not going to run well, right? If you don't warm up your code, if no one actions the code, it's not going to work well. And that's the same with Instagram. If you take a break and you're inconsistent, it's not going to do what you want it to do. It's gonna have its breaks. It's not going to be warm, and you're not going to be able to get the likes and follows and etc. So my on and off relationship is tough because every time I go away and I come back, I kind of have to restart. If you look at my Instagram page, you'll see it's aesthetically very pleasing, but that doesn't mean anything because I'm not consistent with the times that I post or with posting. So every time I come back, I also forget what that recipe for success looks like, right? And then I come running to Long, and then Long says to me, "Arjun, no, that's wrong. You need to do this. You need to do that." And that's why I have loads of love for this guy. But one thing for sure is consistency. If you have a goal, or if you don't have a goal, go back, start with your goal, and I'll tell you guys what my goal is. So I've adapted and changed my social strategy so many times, whereas this time I'm focusing on one thing, which is talking specifically about tech. I am an avid purchaser. I like buying stuff. I like buying tech. I buy loads of stuff. Today I bought a really big, yeah. Today I made a huge purchase, and I'm not going to tell you what that purchase is, but a shameless plug to go and follow me, and you'll find out by tomorrow what that purchase is. But I love tech, and I want to open the world to people who don't buy as much as I do, the things that you can gain from buying small pieces of tech or gadgets. So that's my why now. So hopefully I can build the what from that.
Okay, so then let's go to this. I think the biggest problem many people have is to stay consistent, right?
Yeah.
But I think for you, I mean, when I think about you, I think it's pretty understandable that you have this inconsistency because of your background. Because some things you haven't mentioned yet, I know about, which consume a lot of time from you, right? So I think that explains it. But I think if somebody has this time and can stay consistent in posting, okay, what would you recommend them to do? Let's say let me throw some keywords inside, okay? Let me throw personal brand, business brand, and engagement into this conversation.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up for this. I think it requires standing up.
Nice. This is a standing
Okay.
desk. I like this.
Um, okay. So there's a couple of things that you need to think about, right? From the moment you do anything, um, anything in life, anything across social media is you're building a personal brand. You're like a walking, talking CV, right? And everyone's judging you. They're building their perceptions of you, and how that's happening. So you as a person, everything that you do reflects the type of person you are, and that could come across from communication, social media, your email address. Everything about you is your personal brand. And the most important thing is how you portray your personal brand, because this is how people are going to remember you and how people will want to decide whether they want to work with you or not work with you. So I think the first thing is when you're building an Instagram account, you need to think about who you are and what you want to achieve. And at the same time, you need to also remember what your goals are set out to be. Now, everybody who creates a social media account for a purpose is at some point going to want to work with a brand. That's the dream, right? And let's face it, everyone wants free stuff, right? And the only way for you to get free stuff to promote on your Instagram account is if you have a good personal brand. And that personal brand is going to be the advocate of you gaining followers, likes, views, everything. So that's number one, your personal brand, and it's not an easy thing to build, but at the same time, it's the key word that Long used is consistency. You need to be consistent in what you're talking about, how you're talking about it, and what people are getting from you as a profile. Let's just continue talking about Instagram. So I think that's number one. Personal profile. I mean, what do you think about that, Long? Personal brand.
All clear. Totally agree. And I think also what I would throw into this conversation as well is that I think and believe that a personal brand is way easier to grow than a business account. I mean, I think I believe your other account, the tech reels, they also will be very hard to grow as well, actually. But compared to other accounts like the Long's beauty shop or Long's food store or something, this will be even harder than your tech reels. Because let's say I have this page here. Can you see it maybe? So this is the tech reels page, for example. And as you can see, it's a tech account. And I think what you will do is you will do what your name says. You will use tech reels, which will work out very well actually, because if I would create some kind of business account which doesn't relate with my personality, then the best thing is to take things which already work very well, right? And let's go to Arjunsworld. He even followed the Definitely Healthy account. Thank you, Arjun. So, I mean, we need to answer this question: how to post the right content as well today. Okay,
Yeah.
and this is why I actually want to go over to this part actually, which is what does it even mean to post the right content, right? And I think what it means is after defining your why, so why you want to be on Instagram and what you want to achieve. So let's say if you want to have free account, you need to post the right content, right? And to achieve that, we have I think there are specific points which you have to consider. So let's take this for example. This guy, I think he's super cool. I found him lately, and so what does he say? For example, to post the right content doesn't only mean to post pictures, right? It means that this part which you see here also is some kind of content. And Arjun, do you think this guy has a great bio?
He doesn't. I don't think he does.
Why not?
I don't think it's very clear. And this is just something with that I struggle with quite a lot. I don't think it's very clear when you come to my profile what you're getting from my profile. It doesn't say what's written on the box, you know. And I think this is something that I've struggled with the most. This bio page, because when you want to go to and you're gonna say this, and I'll open it up for you. When you go to someone's profile page, you want to instantly know what they're about, and that will also help Instagram understand what it's about. And then I'll let you talk about it from there.
Exactly. So if I would rate this bio, I would give it 5 of 7. First of all, okay, because I can see somebody put out some thoughts about this, but what makes it not a 7 of 7 is that there is no reason for the audience to follow you, because when I read this, I don't really know why I should follow you, because it says I'm a tech enthusiast. Maybe if I follow many tech enthusiasts, I can consider following you, and then I say, okay, she likes to talk about tech. If I like tech, I can talk about you. But if I'm into programming or something, I don't know, I wouldn't follow you then, probably. And then all pictures shot on this one, it depends on who you are. So after that, this guy doesn't even put a call to action, which means to give somebody a reason why they should follow them. Like, I help you to take good photos, or I helped you to get in touch with tech brands, or something like that. And this is what I'm missing, actually. And because I think this account actually speaks to businesses, right? Because it would make so much sense for this account, because let's say I'm a brand and I like to find influencers who want to promote my post. And then I see this guy, he's a tech enthusiast, he likes to talk about tech, he knows how to shoot pictures, and then he's based in London, because my brand also is in London. Perfect fit for a business account. So I think from a business kind of view, it makes totally much sense. But from personal brand, this thing alone, really hard. It could be a little bit better with the call to action, and so giving them a bait, like a clickbait already, right? Then I scroll down. Can you see this face? This is hilarious. I love this, because now the personal brand hits very hard. Look at this guy. This is so good, because he shows his face, and he shows some, I think he's authentic somehow, and he shows his face and shows some setup, and people know 100% this guy is about tech and setups or computer or whatever this is. So this is the first thing you need to align with. So to answer this question, how to post the right content, is you need to double down in the niche. You need to understand in which field are you going to post pictures in, right? So this is the first takeaway on that one. You need to understand what kind of pictures you want to post. So this is the first one. And then here's the next thing. Look, Arjun, do you remember? I believe you are one of the most people who remember what kind of content you had before, right? Because this is your because if I go down here, look at this. Oh, hello. Look at this. I think when I found you, your account looked like this.
Yeah.
So when you let's say you branded yourself in tech, and you want to be somebody who wants to get free stuff as a content creator or something, because you take nice photos, and if you post a picture of your amazing nice dog, I don't think people brands will say, okay, maybe he's this is what people need to understand. So that, because those pictures, they are very personal, because I think this account transformed from a personal account, a very private personal account, into a tech account, which makes sense. And this is why, let's take this kind of view. So now we see some kind of tech photos, and to figure out if this is the right content, what do you recommend people to understand? Because let's say you started out of nowhere, okay? You have no friends, nothing, and you don't know what to post. What do you do? And you have a lot of tech products, but what do you do then?
I think then it's about how you want to start and how you want to be perceived, right? And how you mean to go on. So if you as an individual want to be in your pictures and you want to be talking about your tech whilst you're in those pictures, then you should have that trend, and that's the trend that you should follow. And unfortunately for me, I struggle to find that. Should I be in the picture? Should I take a picture of just tech? Should I not be in the picture? What color scheme should I use? Should I get some RGB? Like, I think that's where I struggled the most. So if you look at, I'm all over the place. And however, if you look at, for example, your account, there's a hell of a lot of consistency.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out. Let's check out the consistency on your account. You got the right color scheme. You know when and when not to be in the post. Majority of the time you are in the post, and that's the key thing here. It's consistency. But it's consistency. That's what people love. That's
exactly, man. That's a very good point. Consistency, because when people talk about consistency, they also think just create content, create anything, which also makes sense. But I think if you have some kind of awareness about yourself already, and I think most people who are here, or you and me, we already have this, so we don't need to try everything out and then pick up the best things, but we can do some research before to start it, right? And this is what Arjun talked about, and which I totally agree on, which is consistency in the posting, in the style of posting. And what I actually wanted to refer to is to stick to what works. Let's scroll down to my very, very first pictures, okay? I think people will laugh at me when they see it. So I have, oh my god, I can't even believe that I have 300 posts. That's ridiculous. When I had 100, I was like, oh my god, that's so much. Look at this. Those are my first posts. Can you imagine?
But it was consistent though.
Yeah, exactly. See, I just did it. I even photoshopped those bottles into this picture. Can you believe it? and then I started to put myself out. Boom, just like that. And then again, some pictures. Boom, another picture, just like that. And boom, boom, boom. And then I started, and then you can see, what is this, man? This also actually doesn't make any sense, because what kind of platform is Instagram, Arjun? Is it a text or image based?
Images.
Exactly, it's an image based platform. This is why, guys, if you really, really want to post the right content, you need to focus on really nice and engaging pictures. And the best thing is when you create really sharp and high quality pictures. And what I played on is that I wanted to picture myself, or I wanted to frame myself as this guy who's working in very cool environments. And I think this is a pretty nice overview of what I wanted to achieve, actually. As you can see, I'm working everywhere. Somewhere here, and then somewhere outside, which was in Amsterdam, by the way. Really cool. And then something in my office here, or here at the coffee shop, I don't know. And then I try something completely different. What is that? Look at this.
You went from tech data to traveler.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. And then I came back with this thing, but because then I had this path of I was convinced, just post what's on my mind right now, and not less of what helps the algorithm to grow. But so the thing is, image based platform, guys. Image how do you say this? Play by the rules of the platform. This is why really focus on the rules. Well, not the rules, but the rules.
I think something that's important to mention, which you opened, my eyes up to, is that Instagram's algorithm names your content, right? So when you take a picture and you upload a piece of content, it says what that piece of content is. If there's a chair, it will recognize the chair and categorize it as a chair. if you start to change and chop and add new things to your Instagram page, it's going to start to get confused and say, hold on, this guy for the last 300 posts was talking about chairs, and now he's talking about glasses. So what is this? What's going on?
Exactly. And I think it totally makes sense. And I think what I can add to this is that you need to try out several things if you don't really know what you want to do, and then you will see what actually works for you. And on the other side, look what other people are doing. For example, just take Matilda here. This is Matilda, by the way, guys, a female coder. She has such an amazing account, and as you can see, wait, what did I say? I forgot already.
Consistency and product placement and how she's taking the pictures.
Oh yeah, exactly. I was I was about to say that you need to do what other people also are doing right now. So let's say this is Matilda and she's standing in front of her desktop or setup or computer, and I think this guy is doing the same. He's drinking his delicious ginger tea here next to his computer, right? And I think Arjun, let's see if you are standing in front of your computer. Of course, look at this. He's standing in front of his computer, right? But here's the thing, like, guys, look at this. Look at this picture. It looks so good. I totally understand why you took the picture exactly like this, because this view is amazing. Okay, this is amazing. But the problem, Arjun, please tell me, what is the problem of this picture?
Now we can talk about sizing, right?
Yes.
Now we can talk about sizing. It's the completely wrong. I'm losing. I'm losing Instagram real estate. With this sizing, I'm losing Instagram real estate. I'm losing eyeballs because of this picture.
Oh my God, that's such a good word. What did you say? Instagram real estate?
Instagram real estate.
Oh my God. This is the best word I've ever heard this week. Although today's just Monday. But this is so good. Oh my God. Instagram real estate. Which also actually is super important about when we talk about reels, okay? But let's stick to this one, because I think creating reels is something really uncomfortable, because not everybody can create reels just like that. But let's stick to this picture. So you said the Instagram real estate. So what could you have done better here?
Well, okay, so within this picture, because the way the picture, so prime example, right? As a content creator, or I like to keep myself as a content creator, I typically use this, right? I use one of these, okay? And this is great because it enables me to take fantastic, amazing pictures, and that's fantastic. However, what it's not doing is this camera is not built for Instagram. So that means when the sizing of the image comes out with its best quality, it looks great. However, it's not built for Instagram. So when I do take a picture on that camera and I post it, I'm losing Instagram real estate. I'm losing that person who's scrolling through Instagram is scrolling quicker past my picture because it's smaller, and I'm losing that real estate.
Okay. I understand, but I don't understand why this camera is not fit for Instagram.
It's because of the setting that it's on. Yeah. And
you can't change it?
Well, I can, but I guess I just got to take the pictures more like this.
Yes. Okay, I understand. Well, I think the takeaway for anybody who's interested now is this thing here. Look at this picture, okay? So we have this picture. Just look at this frame, okay? The black bars here are some indicators. This is a really good picture, but it's too small, because on mobile it would just take 1/3 of the screen. And then now, after he went to the Discord server yesterday, he posted a new picture, and look at this, how big this picture suddenly is. Nani? What is that? That looks delicious. Dude, this is a really nice picture. And Toto, did you steal the thunder light from Arjunsworld? Yeah, actually, To be honest, I saw it on many accounts, but when I saw it on Arjun's picture, because just look at this thing. It's standing like on his computer and saying, "Look at me, take me, Long. I know you want me. Just look at this." And then I also got one, but not from the same brand. Just one from Amazon to speed up the delivery. But now the picture is so big. Look at this. It's so big. I can't. The Instagram real estate so huge. People will buy this for sure. And this is, guys, what you need to think of. Okay, this is 4 to 5. Just a comment. No problem. No problem. So, guys, think about this one. Okay, this is super important. Let's take this. Look at this. Look at this picture. I mean, it's a little bit stretched, but still, it's not the right one. So we covered the bio and the format of the picture. Okay, so this is the thing, and then we also said if you want to grow, you need to post high quality pictures and post what other people are doing, which is working. Which means that you just have to go into some hashtags, for example. Let's say build up devs. Oops, devs like this, and then I go here. Then I go, because I know build up devs is a really good hashtag where people are actively posting. Okay, when I started, yes, Arjun, you want to say something?
Yeah. I was gonna say. I think this is probably like the third most time or third thing that you need to spend the most amount of time on, because this is going to help you define your page, or not even define, discover, help people discover your page.
Yes. What exactly?
Hashtags.
Okay. You are referring to the big topic of hashtags. We'll get to this soon, but I just wanted to show that when you look at hashtags, which you know that people actively post it. So let's take this picture. You see, it has been posted 9 hours ago, so it's pretty recent. And then let's take this picture. Also, it's like 8 hours ago. So people are using this hashtag for sure. And then you can see people are posting their setup just like that, or here or that. Or this is Dan, by the way, guys. Check him out. Mobile Dev Life. Such a cool and amazing guy. He's, oh my god. I wish I could meet him in real life as well. But anyways, set up. This is Jacob, by the way. Look at this. This is Delta Logic. This is Jacob. Wait, where is he? But as you can see, people can find you based on the picture you have, just because of your setup, which is your personal brand then. But I don't know those setups. But this, for example, Arjun, do you know who set up this one is?
I don't.
This is Chow Codes, 100%. As you can see, this is Chow Codes. Boom. I talked to him when he had 200 followers. Now he has 52,000.
Wow.
Holy moly, man! He's amazing.
Okay,
let's get this one. If you don't know this one, you're not in tech, man.
The thing is I'm bad with, my memory is bad. I'll never remember a username. That's the worst thing about me.
He's not here. They didn't tag him. Oh man. Aral Tasher. Wait, let me find it. Aral Tasher. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this guy, he's one of the biggest tech accounts I know. Look at this, man. Look at this. Look how happy he looks like in front of his setup. So happy.
So the thing is like I don't tend to follow anyone that has more than like 50,000 followers. I don't know why, but I just typically don't do it. But for inspiration's sake, I should.
Yeah. I also don't follow all people, but I actually follow people who create some content which I think is valuable and helps me to remind myself on something also. Because I know those people post really great pictures, and when I want to
Yeah.
see those pictures, I just can Google it and then I see it. So this is
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the takeaway here is, guys, look up other accounts, look what's working for you, and then here's the thing: just because you keep posting some pictures which work on Instagram, which doesn't align with what you actually want, doesn't mean you have to stick to this pattern forever. It just
Yeah.
means you work with what's working to grow. And after that, when you reach something like maybe 1K, 2K, 3K, 5K, or even 10K, then you can do whatever you want. You even can post cat pictures because people know you then. And then they will be like, oh my god, Long, you have a cat. Oh my god. And they won't be like, what is that? I don't want to see a cat. And
But that's the thing about personal brand, right? These guys have created their personal brand. People know what they're about. You can
Exactly.
even tell from a picture who that person is, and
yes,
that's what's working.
here, this is Morgan. I think she's the best example. So she has how many followers? 63,000 followers. Okay, let's take a look on her profile. Look, so you see, in the on the bottom you see a lot of tag stuff. Tag, she's sitting in front somewhere. Tag. So many tag things. Okay, cool. And it's all aligned with this white and shiny color. And then suddenly, boom, she started to post about what she really cared about, which is just
Yeah.
Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, NFTs. I don't know what all this, maybe in DeFi, so something like this. And as you can see, look at this. She even posted DeFi is trustless, more trustworthy. What? Okay. So after a time, when you already created a base, you can literally post whatever you
Let's
want.
let's go to. I think the biggest award of consistency from beginning to now goes to Kevin. Let's go into Kevin's profile.
Kevin D. Wait, it's like this D La. Oh my goodness, guys, what you are going to see right now? Oh my God, he's a unicorn.
He is a unicorn. He's an Instagram unicorn. You're right. That's exactly what he's a social media unicorn.
Wait, let me write this down. POC social media unicorn Kevin. So if you really want to grow in tech, I mean, it also works on every other field, right? But we are now in tech, and if you really want some inspiration, you should follow or check out those accounts which I showed before, like Morgan Codes, Arjun, or our Tasher. And then this guy, okay? This guy, look at this. Oh my God. Look at the quality of his pictures. And I don't know, it's everything about this. It looks so good. Boom. Oh, what is that? Okay.
This guy, okay, so his content is so amazing that whatever he uses or creates for a brand, they use as an advert.
Look at this.
That is insane.
I think you can't hear that because it's not on my other one. But just look at this.
This is insane.
This is an advertisement. We just watched an ad. Thank you, Kevin. Oh my God. And well, this guy, he actually is applying something which we haven't talked about on this conversation yet, which is to leverage yourself on multiple platforms, regardless of hashtags. Because hashtags, I think hashtags are super important, and I think we can cover this on another talk. But what I think is more important is leverage using other platforms, because not everybody can take high quality pictures because they don't have the best cam or some high quality cam or something, which means that you can take advantage of other platforms. And Kevin is the best example for that, because he started on which platform, Arjun?
He started on Instagram. He started this base on Instagram, but then he quickly adapted to TikTok, and he just blew up. I mean, let's have a look at his TikTok profile from like, it's insane. I mean, look at this, even this. Look at his personal
Yeah.
branding across
What
that
is
link
that? It looks
tree.
so cool. What is this shiny thing? This is so cool. What the heck? And
Look how
it
he's
moves. It moves the whole time when I'm on. Okay. So why is TikTok not loading? Hello? Okay, here. Look at
his
this.
consistency
Oh
is
my god.
unbelievable. Yeah, look at that. Insane.
260,000 followers. So
And
guys,
that was within like 3 weeks.
I watched his this movement which he had. He was like boom, just out of nowhere. And yeah, so I think the takeaway here is that we are talking about social media, right? We are not talking about Instagram only. This is why check out all the platforms which exist outside of Instagram as well, and figure out which platform fits to your personality and the content you want to create as actually. And I think if you try out many social media channels, you will figure out what you like the most, and then you can start creating content about that and build a base on that platform, and then grow on another one, and how do you say it, move the traffic to this one, to each other, just around.
Well, yeah, you're essentially moving your followers from one platform to the other, right? And just
Exactly.
it's creating a knock-on effect.
Exactly. And I think he also started his YouTube account, which is like this, and he already has oh my god, I think 2 days ago, I looked at his Instagram account, not Instagram, YouTube account. He had 500 subs. Now he has 758. Boom, here,
Wow.
one more. Look at this. And this is so, oh my god, it even has 2,000 views. So good. This is why take advantage of all the platforms. And I think this kind of helps you to grow organically as well, if you then apply all the things we said with the focus on being social, engagement.
Yeah, 100%. Communication.
That's it.
This is it. Like his you gotta, I think one thing to add on to kind of posting is communicating with other people, right? Like you need to communicate with your followers, you need to communicate with people in the same industry. That's what's going to help you grow a lot more, because the more you involve yourself in the community that you're trying to get involved in, the more you will grow, not only as a person, but across social media, and your content will flow better as well.
Nice. Yeah, so that's it actually. I hope that what we discussed right now could give people or somebody who wants to start growing on social media, or especially Instagram, to help them and give them some insights to grow on Instagram. So Arjun, if I would ask you now, what are the top 3 things which people, practical things, which they really have to focus on? Like, let's say they commit themselves for 1 month, okay, for 1 month. What are the top 3 things they should do to grow their account to 1K or something, or even more?
Did you say top 3 or top 2? Top 3? Top 3. Okay. That's the German way of saying 3, isn't it?
How do you say 3 in London? Like this?
So I think number 1 is consistency of posting. So make sure what you're posting matches exactly what you're trying to achieve. So the consistency, and within that consistency, that includes sizing, what you're posting about, the text that you're writing, the hashtags, like that's full consistency. Don't just post a nice picture, do the rest of it as well. Your personal brand, and I think your personal brand comes within your profile page and your profile description. once again, good example, Kevin there. You know exactly what he does based on his bio. You know his style. You know it's the dark and moody style. That reflects on his link tree. That reflects on his TikTok. That reflects on his YouTube personal brand. You know it's him. And the last one, I would say, is I think I'm going to touch upon the last one, which you just touched upon. There was diversify. Don't stick to one platform. Diversify and find new followers across platforms, and find groups and people that you can join in communities cross-platform, because that will help you grow quicker and faster. So what did I say? Personal brand, consistency, and diversification.
Nice. I think that's a really good summary. And I just looked at the time, and time passed like just like that again. And I think we already talked like almost 1 hour or so, and which is way more than actually what I wanted to do. But it passed so fast, because I think we are enjoying this so much. And just wanted to thank you that you took your time and talked with me about this. And I think, or I don't know if the chat is actively listening or reading to all of what we said. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And so, Arjun, thanks for joining as well. I would put everything on YouTube and some platforms where I can upload audio content only, and then I can exposure or increase your exposure as well, right? Because that's what I care about, because I think you have so much potential, and I can help you to leverage it somehow. And I hope you enjoyed this as well.
No, I appreciate it, man. As always, I love our conversations. I think the most important thing about when we talk is it's productive, you know, and there's a learning to be gained, and I think it's fantastic. So thanks for having me on Long Like Short. I've always wanted to be on Long Like Short.
Yeah, can you help me on this one actually? Because I'm thinking of my name on Instagram is long.integer, right? Because it aligned with this data type, integrity, all these things which I really, really care about. So this is the first thing. And now, before I started streaming, I just changed my name on Twitch just for fun. I didn't even plan to stream to Long Like Short. Okay, I was like, okay, let me just change it, because this name is a little bit better than Longshong 017 or something. and now I think it's pretty funny actually, because the story about this is that every time I introduce myself to people, I say, hello, my name's Long, and they look at me like that. Sorry? And then I say, Long Like Short, and suddenly out of nowhere they understand. Oh, okay. And then why does it even make sense? I don't know. This is why I thought it could be a nice name. And now the question is, do you think I should call my YouTube channel also Long Like Short, or should it stay to Long Shong?
Man, I think you've answered the question in this entire thing. Consistency. I think Long Like Short is an incredible name. I think it's funny. I think it adds a bit of character. And yeah, go for it. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
All right. Yeah, I also thought so, but you gave me some improvement as well as the marketing sensei. So guys, thanks for joining. This was Arjun, and I hope to see you even more on the Discord channel, Arjun, because every time you come, everybody's like, oh my god, Arjun, and congratulations, and tell me more about this and that. And I think you provide a lot of value, which aligns with this fact or this term, personal branding. Because everything we do is personal branding, just the way you talk right with me right now. And so thanks for that. And I will send you the link for the video or the podcast or whatever, and I hope it will work out. So Arjun, thank you for joining, and please say your last famous words.
Thanks, guys. Shameless plug. Follow me at Arjunsworld.
Thank you.
Bye.
Amazing. So, guys, that's it. That was the episode of, or the third episode of the POC, which I called the pillar of content, because I think we want to, or I want to spread all the content we create on all platforms, and it's like a pillar, and then you can throw it on everywhere. And I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, so that's it.